YouTube, welcome back, GPK Forever with another video. And in today's video, I will be releasing part 2 of our CG scam video. If you guys haven't seen that, go check it out. It is where Mr. D brings a CG graded slab Series 1 Garbage Pail Kid pack that was a little suspicious, and he wanted to crack it open just to make sure it was legit because he bought multiple of these graded packs. And it turns out that it was completely resealed. Cards were heavily played, and that it was resealed, but yet it was a graded, I believe it was a PSA. Oh, excuse me, guys, a CG8 from this company. This is part 2. This is the aftermath of what happened and everything like that, and kind of a takeaway for you guys. So let's get right into this. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe, guys. And in the comments down below, let me know of some more, let me know of questions you guys have or things like that. And I might select yours to be the next video. So it truly does help out a lot. If you haven't seen the last video, it's a great video. We talk about how the best way to build a Series 1 set. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely go over, check that out. See if that might help you on your journey collecting Garbage Pail Kids. So, quick recap. Oh, sorry, guys. Mr. D bought this on eBay. There was a bunch of them going off from one seller. He said, he had all this information and things like that. We cracked it. Turns out it was fake. Pack was completely resealed. The cards were definitely played with and beaten up. They were super dirty. Definitely resealed cards, So, yeah, something you need to watch out for. So what happened? So after that, Mr. D went straight to eBay to the guy and was like, "Hey, this is completely resealed and stuff. I cracked it open. I want my money back, right?" And so as that is going on and things like that, that's when I dropped the first video. I think a week after. No, I think it was the same time or the week after. I believe so. And if I remember right, he was telling me that he bought 3 in total, right? 3 different graded packs and things like that. He was able to get the money back on the 2, but the one he cracked open, he was not able to get his money back. Even eBay would not pay him for that, even though it was a completely resealed product, right? Completely resealed. And prior to this, the guy had reached out to Mr. D and was saying, "Hey, I've got more of them if you want to buy them. What's your email or what's something like this? I can get you a better price." Guys, that is a big no-no. If you're caught doing that on eBay, you can be banned from eBay, right? Keep that in mind. Don't ever try to take business off of eBay if it's listed on eBay or something like that, because if they do catch you, both parties, the buyer who suggested that, or if it was the seller who did that, both parties can get in trouble for that. So do not do that, okay? I don't want you guys getting banned from eBay because, right now, Garbage Pail Kids, the best place to get a lot of cards, where there's a big variety and, a lot of different sellers, is eBay right now. So don't risk it, okay? If you want to get a better deal, try with someone else if the seller's not willing to negotiate, right? Just try someone else. But he tried doing that with Mr. D, and Mr. D was like, no, because he's known this before, right? It's been a very old eBay policy of that, so please just don't do that. But yeah. So Mr. D wasn't able to do that, and I think he said he was out the entire price value of that pack, and I think that pack was like $190 or it was $205 between there, right? So a lot of money. He was like I said, he was able to get the 2 back, but the one he wasn't able to. And I read the comment section after that video. Some people had said, "Hey, you know what? Is it just him grading it? The possible scammer grading it in his basement or anything like that?" So I decided to go look it up. I went to go look up CG, And from what I can tell on the website, they have a legit website, right? With grading prices, which are just as much as PSAs, if you do the specials and things like that. So I'm like, well, if you guys really want to grade your garbage pail kids and get the most out of it, just wait for the PSA specials and just submit them then. Like, and then you're already guaranteed that, your card's going to be well graded, right? They're going to do what you're paying them to do, but yet you're also going to get value out of that, right? As long as the card grades well. So I was just like, that's crazy. I didn't see where it's based out of. Guys, go free and look it up if you want to go check it out. I'm not gonna put a link to it or anything. I'm not. This video is not to come after, you know, the company nor the seller. It's just to make you guys aware of this crap, right? Because last thing I want is one of you guys to be in the same pickle as Mr. D was with that, right? Luckily, you know, it it was kind of taken care of, but I mean, still, that's a lot of money to be out of. $205 to about we'll just say it was about 205. I think that's what it was with shipping and fees and stuff. That's a lot of money to be out on a graded pack by a graded company, right? That is a lot of money. That's a lot of man hours, right? You have to remember, someone put, if someone's buying something from you, right? You have to remember how many hours of their labor are they willing to pay for this card, right? That's something you got to kind of keep in mind is, something like that. But no, it is a legit company. I didn't see where they were based out of. I think it's somewhere back east on the west or east coast. Not 100% sure, but no, yeah, it looks, quote, that looks like a legit company, things like that. But again, this just helps out my. It really just, well, it kind of helps out, but it also just makes the point that I made a couple episodes ago or videos ago about just sticking with the big three: Beckett, CGC, Certificate Grading Company, and PSA. Those are the only three you guys should ever grade with. Pokemon, Garbage Pail Kids, Sports, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever it is, stick with those three, right? If you go with any of the other companies, like a lot of these AI grading companies or things like that, your slab will be pretty much a junk slab, right? I'm not gonna lie, I'm sick of seeing all these. It's cool to see a lot of these other slabs on eBay, but I mean, there are people who are asking more money than for a quote unquote AI graded slab than a PSA slab. But I mean, your PSA has all these years of proven backing and quality and all this stuff right here, while this AI company is brand spanking new, right? And I don't know, just a lot of people are just sending their cards to wherever and stuff, and I'm like, that's not how grading works. You grade it to, you know, I would try to grade it with a big company, right? That's well known, that has a big following, a big backing by the community. CG and Beckett and PSA, they have a pretty big backing by almost all the members of the grading card community, right? Those who grade their cards. So, just another thing to look at. But yes, sorry to get off track there, guys. But with this scam and things like that, Mr. D was able to get the money back for the other two, send them back. Like I said, eBay did not do anything about, his thing and things like that. But when Mr. D tried to send them back, the guy came back with a story and stuff like that, how he can't take them back, but, he's willing to and things like that. So I don't remember exactly what Mr. D said, but that's kind of what was going on there. But yeah, so there's all this stuff. And Mr. D, I talked to him and I was like, hey, what are things that people need to look out for possible scams? First, is the price too good to be true? Is it too good to be true? Because I believe at the time he picked these up, normal graded packs were going for like almost $800 from PSA. So is the price too good to be true? Right? That's a big thing, guys. Is the price too good to be true? Second, is like if you go into the description, is there a backstory? Does the seller need to justify their product? You know, claiming to be the original owner and giving you the backstory of the pack or card or whatever and things like that. Do they give you a backstory? That should be a big red flag. Normally, when I sell on eBay, I will be like, hey, you know what? Look at the photos above for, other information. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, right? I'm not going to tell you how I got the card, how long I've had the card, and the whole story of whatever it is, right? That should be a big red flag for, a scammer to come out and try to justify why they have this, right? Being like, oh, yeah, I have like super rare pack where it's Pokemon base set first edition, basketball, the what is it? Fleer, the one with the Jordan rookie, and then the 1985 Garbage Pail Kids Series 1 pack, right? Those are just some of the stuff. Being like, oh, yeah, I happen to have it here and there and stuff. I mean, as a seller, if you want to ask those questions, then yeah, that's cool. But if it says that in the description, I would be pretty wary. I would be pretty wary of it. And again, I mentioned this last time. How many sales has he had? You guys, of course, need to remember that he might be a new guy as well on eBay. So the sales wouldn't really help, but the reviews, look at the reviews. If the reviews say he's a scammer and things like that, I know if you guys are big into Pokemon, PokeRev did something like that where he got some scammed packs and he was talking about it. And he looked in the reviews later, and people in the reviews were saying that this guy was a scam seller. He was a scammer. He would resell packs and things like that. So that's why I'm telling you guys, look at the reviews. You know, read a bunch of them. If they're all positive and something about the seller, then he's a trusted seller. But if there's negative ones and things like that about sealed product and things like that, I would be very cautious of this seller, right? So those are the two big things Mr. D was talking about and things like that. And the third one was look at the product, right? What you're buying, whether it's a slab or a graded pack or a raw pack. Does it look suspicious, right? Especially this is more towards the sealed product. If it's a pack, how does the back look? Does it look like it's been tampered with? Things like that. I know photos don't really help. If you need more photos, ask the seller if you can receive more photos. Usually they will and stuff if it's legit. If they don't, it might be a scam. So stay away from it. That's pretty much the big stuff to look out for with the CGC scam. But yeah, pretty much overall, Mr. D lost his money on that pack he opened up. eBay didn't do anything for it, even though it was a scam. And I mean, you just kind of Mr. D had to bite the bullet on just that one. Was able to get the money back on the other two and stuff like that. But unfortunately, this happens, and it's gonna keep happening, and it's gonna become more frequently with, just with trading cards growing in popularity. Like ever since, COVID and things like that, there's been a big boom. And even then, I still know a lot of friends who are getting into trading cards, usually Pokemon, and they ask me like, where do I start? What do I need to look for? And things like that. So there's definitely a lot with, going on in trading cards, whether it's, basketball or whatever you collect. Is it a TCG, non-TCG, whatever the case may be. It's just so big right now, and there's just a lot of money in it. So, I mean, of course the scammers are going to try to get in and get what they can. But that doesn't mean you need to also watch out for scalpers, right? These are going to be guys who are going to take say, example, a $3 card, and he's gonna try to up the market value up to $45, where when it should really only be worth $3, right? Pokemon has seen this a lot. Garbage Pail Kids, I haven't really seen it too much. For a little bit there, I did when cards really started blowing up. But I mean, as of lately, I haven't seen it too very much, guys. Let me know if you've seen it. I haven't really seen it, so luckily, Garbage Pail Kids is pretty stable. Pokemon is sort of, calming down as well. It's just going to take more time because there's a bigger community there than over here with Garbage Pail Kids. But overall, luckily it's starting to go down and things like that. But I mean, of course, I'd tell you guys, just be careful, right? Just be very careful. Try to use your best judgment. Really listen to your instincts, listen to your gut. If your gut's telling you not to get it, right, and hold off, then I would do that, because more than likely or not, maybe, your subconscious noticed something that you didn't, right? I don't know. I'm not really a doctor. I really don't know how that things work, but that's typically what I do when I buy. If I have a bad feeling about it, I don't buy from that seller. I just move on. Even if that means I need to pay another $20 or $100 for the exact card I could have gotten for a lot cheaper, I'd rather pay a big price and then, not have an issue later on, right, with that product for a cheaper price, right? Whatever the case may be. So, again, guys, that's kind of the overall that happened. I mean, there's a lot and stuff between the talking and things like that. But I feel like a lot of the conversation between Mr. D, the seller, and eBay should be kept private. So that's why I'm not going to go into anything further discussing that. But unfortunately, this is just how things are going to be and stuff for a while, if not indefinitely. So we just, as communities and collectors, we just need to, try to catch on them and help spread knowledge of like what happened here around with as many members of the community so that they also don't fall into this trap, right? Because the last thing I want is someone who's just starting collecting, right, putting up thousands of dollars just to figure out that he has been scammed on all these resale products, right? Because they were quote unquote certified by this company or graded or whatever the case may be, right? Definitely kind of, something you don't want to see someone brand new, right? Whether, they're younger or older, whatever the case may be. Definitely, it's just not cool. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section down below if, there's a specific video topic you'd like regarding Garbage Pail Kids or Pokemon. Like I said, I do both. I have been getting asked a lot of questions about grading and things like that, so possibly we'll do something like that. But again, just let me know in the comments down below for any questions or anything like that, and I will do my best. Most likely turn it into a video because you will probably not be the only person in the community who has questions about the product. So, again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe for more content. And feel free to, again, in the comment section, put down what you guys want to see. More graded returns. I do plan on doing that and things like that. I'm just getting cards ready to go. More openings. That'll take a little bit. I'd have to go and get product or whatever it is. Just let me know in the comments down below what you guys are kind of looking for and things like that. I know lately it's been more informational, but I feel like the information is a super big help, not just for, fellow collectors, but, other people in the community who are just starting out, right? Because they say information is priceless. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. This is GPK Forever, signing out.